Thank you. So just to what the care executive order that Eleanor talked about was signed by President Biden in the Rose Garden in front of workers, people, families, caregivers, family caregivers, people with disabilities, and the broader care movement. And I'll come back to that moment, but the care executive order directs nearly every cabinet level agency to expand access to affordable, high quality care and provide increased support to care workers and family caregivers. So I think we made this pivot into engaging and working with the White House to do something meaningful on care when we didn't win the legislative change that we were pushing for. I think Eleanor talked about the Build Back Better days. Um, you know, and I think we all know that the legislative change is, it's more long term. It has all the teeth that we need. And I think for the care movement, the legislative vehicle is the best way because it is about infusing the much needed federal funding into critical programs like for home care for child care workers and pay leave. So when we didn't win, when we didn't get care into the finish line, into the Build Back Better package, we quickly pivoted to administrative action and engaging what the White House can do. How can we work with them? How do we leverage their bully pulpit to deliver something meaningful, but also create conditions for them to act positively on and demonstrate their support on care and care workers. So the executive order as a historic comprehensive order has a range of actions. Some has real teeth, like a rule change to raise the wages for direct care workers, improve the working conditions of nursing home workers through establishing standards in nursing homes, which were finalized, and the final rules were published in April of this year. So we're now pivoting into implementation. So these are rule changes, as Jonathan talked about, and MB talked about the home care companionship rule, like has real teeth that creates opportunities to raise and improve the wages and working conditions of care workers. And it also has like policies that has less teeth, like guidance, but it's also important. And I'm going to talk later about both the process and what's in the sample employment agreement that Gail alluded to. But this historic executive was signed in front of workers, and we, the care movement, specifically engaged the White House to do something to demonstrate their support for care. And what we coupled with our engagement and advocacy for executive order was to ask the White House to declare April as a care worker recognition month. And we were really laser focused and really pushing for executive order, but also proclamation, because we wanted to create an opportunity for both the White House, as I said, to demonstrate their support, but it was also an important moment for us to really demonstrate the power of workers and the care movement, right? And so what was really amazing was that it all happened together in now 2 years ago, in April of 2023, we had an inaugural Care Workers Can't Wait Summit where we brought care workers to DC across the care spectrum from childcare to aging and disability care. So we had a summit and engaged both the agency leadership as well as principals in the White House. But we also brought a group of care workers like Gail, I'm not sure if you were actually with us in the Rose Garden. And then we had an incredible room, and I think MB, you were there too, of where we witnessed President Biden signing this executive order in front of the people who actually will directly be impacted. So I think, and then really declaring that month as a month to recognize care workers. And so the executive order and the proclamation that was signed in 2023 really give us a lever to continue to build a momentum and continue to elevate the importance of more we need to do on the care front. So in 2024, we celebrated, we went back into the White House. The White House convened a care convening for us. We had an incredible town hall with congressional members. So I think the executive order there's important rules, but it also is such an important lever for us to really bring workers and their voices front and center, and for us to really drive a narrative about how important these issues are.